Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here to start this week's Fan Fridays, this time featuring a battle from Bob. Looking at that team setup, we got Sunny Day and Typhlosion. That could be pretty good, and then there's also a Lilligant, but I have no idea what the Musharna is trying to do, because that's like kind of Trick Room, but it might have some other supportive stuff. We're gonna see how this one plays out. Could get pretty fun. Also, I'm just happy to see Typhlosion, you know, any setup that says they can get a Typhlosion in there, that's pretty cool. It's really sucky because Typhlosion, it sits in like a really weird state, honestly, that, you know, it needs a Scarf so it can be out speedy and then get a lot of eruption damage. Then the eruption is just like slightly not enough, so you can run specs, but then you're not fast enough. Either way, let's go and see what happens. So for Alligator, coming in with that immediate crunch onto the Musharna, nothing happens off that, but then Kamo comes in with the Clanging Scales. Split damage, not gonna be enough either, so hey, just a small little taste of what to expect. What? Wait, what? Why did Musharna just go Baton Pass into Typhosion? Oh. Is it as just a switch? Oh. Okay. The bait and switch. That works. Because if you lead Typhlosion, it's at risk of taking damage, but doesn't get the immediate flash fire. If you switch in Typhlosion, you're switching, so you're taking damage, so you don't get a lot of damage off of your eruption. With the Musharna, people are like, oh man, it's good Trick Room, kill it, and then it's like, no, I survived anyways, Baton Pass, and then you go into, that's some fanciness that you just don't see, and then it's Protect into the Torkoal Explosion. So you get chip damage on the opponent, and then Typhlosion gets the cleanup into extra cleanup into double cleanup, and still has a couple of turns of Sun. This is actually like the coolest Typhlosion setup I've ever seen. You know, it's kind of when you think, it's like, oh, Sunny Day Typhlosion. I haven't seen this a million times. You know, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be pretty powerful. But no, this is like taking some of the deepest mechanics. It's not even like deep mechanics. You know, it's something that's always there, but applied in a way that doesn't really get used that often. You know, I think I've heard about it being used like this once or twice, but not necessarily for Typhlosion, just like the bait underspeed Baton Pass for setup. And then doing that on Typhlosion in the Sunny Day with the Chlorophyll Pokemon next to it, that's pretty crazy. Very unexpected, very impressed by this one, amazing so far. I can't wait to see what the rest of these battles do, you know, how the setup could go wrong, what it just looks like bodying many other Pokemon. I'm okay with kind of like any iteration of this. So now Ampharos, it's going to come in, going to have that Mega, which means that's not going to take as much damage from the Eruption, so that's going to be a problem. However, Sceptile will take a lot of damage from the Eruption, so maybe Lilligant just needs to come in with a little bit of extra damage. Oh, Lilligant with the After You, though. Alright. So Typhlosion's going to take that, go into the Eruption, using that Chlorophyll to get the extra speed even, and then, yeah, Sceptile, ooh. Going to survive on that Focus Sash. Kind of like when you see the Sceptile just there, but no Mega. Kind of makes sense. Sceptile coming in with that Focus Blast. Focus Blast is going to target the Lilligant. Lilligant tanks that one up pretty well, and then Ampharos with that Dragon Pulse. Dragon Pulse also going to be targeting the Lilligant. That's a interesting choice. Takes out the Lilligant, though. Alright. It's maybe not the most ultimate flawless strat, but now Musharna comes in. What is Musharna going to contribute with this one? Sceptile has the Earthquake, so interesting outspeed. So it's not Scarf Typhlosion. I guess we obviously see that with the Protect. So yeah, Typhlosion does need the speed from the Lilligant to kind of take off as much as possible. Then we have a Z move. And I guess that's also what Typhlosion... Okay, so we don't have the item, which means we are kind of lacking on that damage, but we do have the Flash Fire into Sun. Like, Flash Fire, Sun, Scarf, you know, Scarf doesn't give you any bonus damage either. So I guess you have that Inferno Overdrive after you've already scored all those KOs. You know, you get the After You, KO. You get the After You again, whatever doesn't die, dies on the next turn, because that's when you take the hit. Typhlosion is durable enough to survive quite a bit of moves, and then that's when you just go for the one-shot regardless of your hit points, and then Musharna has that damage option just in case there's Sash, just in case there's a low opponent. So yeah, a lot of it has a good amount of flow. I want to see a battle that can maybe show that off a little better, because I think like the opponent not getting like a KO or double KO kind of made it look weird. But I mean, I think that's kind of all you need. After you into the nuke, because Explosion, Eruption, that's enough to secure KO easily, and then we have the other one. So cool, let's go into the next battles. I'm actually excited to see how this one plays out, so let's go right into it. And the opponent, even running the legendary Landorus, and there's also a Rotom Wash in there, so just an annoying looking team. How are we going to get through this one, guys? Well, let's find out. That's what I mean, I'm excited right now. So the setup looks like it's going to do pretty much the same thing. The opponent doesn't have, like, immediate wreckage as well. It's like Landorus, guess it's going to come in, it's going to go for that Rock Slide. Rock Slide's whatever. Tyranitar, it's going to go for the Crunch. Musharna should be bulky enough to survive it, because we saw the Feraligatr Crunch, and that's most likely Sheer Force, already getting, like, a lot of boosting right there. So getting stab levels of damage close to Tyranitars. And then the Sand, oh man, that's one thing about having such a slow Pokemon on that Torkoal, is the Sand is going, or any kind of weather setup the opponent goes for, is going to get blocked right there. So switch Rotom into Earthquake, another just kind of straightforward thing that you'd pretty much expect. Torkoal takes a lot of damage, doesn't get KO'd by that. Musharna takes a good hit, but is alright. And then the safe Baton Pass to get in. And then we're going to go Baton, like the Lava Plume is another one that gets me, because I like that combo. Lava Plume into Flash Fire. Seen that a lot. Lava Plume is one of those interesting moves because it has like a lot of just extra effects that work out really well. You know, hits all of the opponents. It's the Fire type Discharge. 1 in 3 chance to burn as well, and you can tag the Landorus, meaning it's not going to do much damage anymore. So there's so much benefit that happens on turn 1, and then it's like confusing the opponent. Like, what noob is going to Baton Pass instead of switching on turn? Like, what is the point of the strat? Well, the point of the strat is to completely wreck you. Is there going to be a survival on the, nah, Torkoal's too low. Could have gotten close, but nah, Torkoal already took too much damage. Unfortunately, we don't see that explosion. Happens, and then we got a little bit of damage off of the Lava Plume anyways. So the Hydro Pump, that's gonna be protected. Like, if Torkoal had enough to survive, could make things a bit more fancy, but also, Explosion wouldn't do as much because of the Intimidate. Either way, now we have the Lilligant coming in. So Lilligant, that should give us the outspeeds even in the face of the Rotom, but Charizard actually coming out instead of Typhlosion. I feel like if the opponent understood how much of a Sun power was coming in, then he could have gone for the, whatchamacallit, the Typhlosion, or not Typhlosion, Tyranitar to get the Sand in there. But now Typhlosion actually comes in with that Eruption, and then it's able to outspeed and take out the Landorus. So no Scarf on Landorus. And then Tyranitar comes in. So yeah, the Tyranitar, no Sun does hurt the damage quite a bit, but now we have a Sleep Charizard. It looks like you do switch out the Rotom, just in case Lilligant comes in with like Giga Drain, Energy Ball, anything super, Solar Beam, anything super effective to just make Rotom not a threat anymore. And that's another thing that you can do. So you could also just kind of keep those sleep pressure going. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of different things coming from the team, and even with the Sand kind of ruining the plans a bit, even with a couple of weird things happening, it seems like battle's still going through pretty well. Charizard stays asleep. That's going to be pretty solid. And I guess this is where we see our Z move. Kind of. Because it's like, what would we use the Z move on? Because if we, actually no, we wouldn't even expect Rotom to outspeed us. So I mean, Typhlosion seems to still be able to, yeah, like everyone's still fast enough. So in the cases where you don't get outsped and you're not faced a lot of sweepers, you can just do this. And it seems to work. Typhlosion still goes for that Eruption. That's going to be enough to KO the Charizard. How big is the hit? Solid hit onto Rotom as well. And then we just have Lilligant outspeed for the KO anyways. So yeah, that got a lot weirder than I thought. Because I was like, oh, Landorus could outspeed and then bad things happen. And then we also have Lilligant coming in to do its thing. And then Sand is in the way. So we're not getting all the benefits that we could. It's fancy. It's a little interesting right there. And yeah, like I don't really know what to say. The opponent's going to forfeit. I pretty much expected that. Like the way he switched out his Rotom, just kind of like understanding. Yeah, when Rotom and Lilligant are on the field at the same time, that's going to be pretty much GG right there. Check out another battle, because yeah, like in theory on paper, that's what I was trying to say. It seems so straightforward, you know. But then in the battle, it's like, whoa, it got weird, but we still won. And now let's check it out once again, so hit that play button and then see what Ken is up to. We have an Alakazam, so Alakazam Tapu Koko, that's a lot of damage. Like, what happens if Musharna doesn't even get to Baton Pass because it just gets nuked? Like, cause that's a team that wants speed, you know, it doesn't want to get Trick Roomed and then played like that. So we're gonna see how this one ends up playing out. That is a lot of damage. What is the item that Musharna's running? So I think Musharna took enough damage to where we would have seen a Citrus Berry by now, and I think Citrus Berry might be the safest. Because in a situation where you're getting hit enough for like a potential 2-hit KO, you take a hit, Citrus Berry restores, and then the next hit wouldn't be able to KO you, because now you're dealing with 125% of a Musharna health bar, and that's pretty good. Mega Alakazam is in. Traces the Synchronize. So I don't really think that matters too much. And then the Shadow Ball. So big Shadow Ball hit coming from the Mega Alakazam, but it's not even enough to 2-hit KO. And Thunderbolt's targeting Torkoal. So yeah, it looks like we have still a solid first turn. Yeah, like that Musharna is just so tanky. And also, unfortunately, Mega Alakazam just, even though it's Mega, even though it has an insane amount of stats, it doesn't have enough to keep up with the power level that we're used to in modern Pokemon. That's still kind of sucky. So now we're going to see good, like, look at how much damage! Torkoal with that Flame Boost just hurts so much. And it works so well. So Tapu Koko going to have that happen. Alakazam, it's going to protect. He don't want to play these games. And then we're also going to see Typhlosion with the protect as well. So now it looks like the Earthquake is just going to be, oh, is that going to be enough? So Thunderbolt single target damage, discharge less damage, and then split. Will Torkoal survive? Nah, Torkoal barely getting KO'd in that one, and then Tapu Koko takes a little bit from burn. But either way, like even after Lava Plume into Eruption, that seems pretty solid, a pretty good KO range as well. So how are we going to get over the Alakazam? Tapu Koko is also very fast. Withdrawing the Alakazam, I think that's 100% an after you, because both opponents are way too speedy. So yeah, Lilligant has that after you as that backup, and then we're going to get that kind offer, and Typhlosion comes in for the Eruption. I think the opponent is going to make a pretty sneaky play, because if Alakazam can trace the trace the Flash Fire, things are gonna suck. Now we have Greninja coming in the Sunlight. Not the worst thing, but it doesn't have like that immediate, just super effective hit onto Typhlosion. Incineroar, that's going to be Protect right there. So Incineroar playing it safe, the opponent playing it safe pretty well. Lilligant comes in with that Solar Beam, and that is going to wreck Greninja before it has a chance to switch around its typing or anything. Bye-bye. So there's that. And Incineroar, since it played it safe, yeah, it's like we don't really have much that's going to happen. Typhlosion with the Eruption. I guess just in case there was a Focus Sash on the Greninja, could have been a thing. Alakazam, that's going to be the Trace. And yeah, like the Trace will find the, oh, Chlorophyll. I thought Trace was like adjacent opponent, but I guess it is random. Helping Hands. Okay. But Chlorophyll, Alakazam's Psychic ridiculousness. Looks like Typhlosion's going to take the hit. Ooh. Oh, wait, never mind. That's going to be the Inferno Overdrive. Let's say, like, do you want to be taking that kind of hit when you're going for the Eruption? Even with the Helping Hand, I don't know if you could get that damage offset, because, like, that damage scales down fast. So Inferno Overdrive comes in, and that boost, that Sun, Flash Fire, Helping Hand, Inferno Overdrive, absurd damage. Incineroar gets KO'd right there. But now we have the Alakazam being pretty fast, except the sunlight fades, electricity disappears. It should be able to take down the Typhlosion. So Alakazam comes in with that Psych again. That's going to be able to remove Typhlosion from the game. Unfortunately, now we know Musharna, it could be in there. It could hit a little bit. Lilligant has that Sleep Powder. Okay, so that's going to be nice to see. Alakazam's still going to be fast, still going to be threatening, has that damage. But now that it's asleep, should be able to take it down pretty easily. Lilligant can run that Bug Buzz, which will be super effective. Then we might get a glimpse as to what Musharna is rocking on its moveset as well. Solar Beam? Ooh. So, just stuck with that Solar Beam. Going to absorb light and chill. Then we have Calm Mind on the Musharna to gain less damage against it, as well as a solid hit back. Alright, this game looks wrapped up pretty well. Alakazam's asleep. How much is that Solar Beam going to do? Should be able to KO, because that's high base power, stab. Lilligant hits hard. Alakazam does have a high amount of special defense, but it's not going to be enough, and Alakazam goes down. So yeah, some weird interactions for all the battles, but overall, did play out pretty well, and that was a hype. Like, when we first saw that strat roll out, amazing, guys. So that's got to be my favorite Typhlosion strat I've seen so far. So, guys, enjoy the video. Hope you all get ready for some more fan fries in a bit, and I'll see you then. Thank you very much for watching.